Wanted to get into the college license. Some of the big colleges, including Alabama, are coming to Topps and Fanatics. The deal was announced with Alabama. I believe there was a couple other big colleges. It was kind of willy-nilly that some are exclusive and some aren't. It wasn't really, because I know there's still some licenses that Panini has under contract. So I think some of those will still be with Panini as well, so there'll be like a dual license until their license runs out. But it's just another piece in the puzzle. It's just chipping away at this card market. It's taking every little piece that's left. And, you know, I mean, I think the writing's on the wall that Panini's time is going to be tough going forward. So we don't know if they're going to sell. Probably should. I don't know what they're going to do if they don't. I mean, because remember when we originally talked, guys, we were talking about, well, they can still make collegiate NT. They can still make, you know, collegiate Prism. Yeah. Well, now that's even harder. And now it's almost like if they were to continue to make product under the Panini brand, say 3 or 4 years down the line, it would have to be NIL deals. It would have to be airbrushed. It would have to be similar to Leaf product.
Yep.
So, I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? Whoever wants to take this first. What are your thoughts? Maybe we start with Cody. What do you think about this deal, and how does this add to the Fanatics empire?
It just is kind of like, I feel like they keep ramping it up every single time. Like they start with WWE, which I know at the time didn't seem like a big deal, and then obviously the Prism drops that week, and it seemed like a much bigger deal. The fact that they swooped in and get the WWE license back, but it does just kind of feel like we're chipping away. In a sense, if the plan, which again I don't know, this is pure speculation, if the plan is we are just going to keep chipping away at you until you have nothing left, like it's almost a little like they're, you know, you could say they're going easier than they were on Topps, whereas Topps they just completely took the rug out from under them, went, oh, your biggest license, we have it now. Your biggest thing, we have it now. And I know you could say the NFL and the NBA, but I think there's also the feeling of, like, from Panini's perspective, that they are a European company. And, hey, as long as we have World Cup soccer, as long as we have some of these big soccer licenses, we're fine. We survived for years with that. And I think this is all leading up to that they eventually want to take that World Cup license. That, to me, is the golden goose of Panini. So, I don't know what it takes at this point. I don't think they can keep waiting for them to
what do you think it's the blueprint's there with what Fanatics is doing. What's the next license that Fanatics will go
That's
after?
A thing.
Is it UFC?
It has to be UFC would be next.
Which I believe there's already some partnerships with Fanatics.
Yes.
I mean, they're NASCAR. Could be NASCAR.
Could be.
Probably not.
Well, we'll talk about it in a bit, but I feel like NASCAR is the type of thing that it's small, but we saw with WWE.
It is a asset and a piece to the puzzle. I'm not saying that, like, if Panini is holding that one NASCAR license, that's going to make them sustainable. But it is an asset. It is a piece. I don't know why you're laughing. I said I don't think.
I'm just laughing because I'm just imagining like Panini like literally just putting out NASCAR products and that's it.
And then I think it was based on stickers, but they took some of the soccer license away too.
The Euro is gone, which is a massive blow. But I think they probably think, okay, as long World Cup is the one, because I mean, we see it. The interest ramps up every 4 years when the World Cup's around for soccer.
It's a tough one. I mean, I know it's a huge category, but it's a huge category every 4 years.
It's basically, is Panini okay being just the soccer people for a long time?
And NASCAR.
And NASCAR.
Fortnite as well, right?
I believe they have
the Fortnite license.
Fortnite license.
So, yeah, are they okay being that?
Do people still play Fortnite?
Oh, yeah.
The first series of Fortnite that we were giving away goes for a lot of money.
Don't remind me.
I just saw an Instagram ad that a Fortnite SGC 10 of some like rare costume from the game. It was like a blue cracked ice, sold for $15,000.
Yeah, we were literally we brought a bunch to the National and just gave it away.
Well, yeah, we were trying to give it away to kids.
We were giving it we were just giving it away to every kid.
That's at least we gave it to the kids. That's important.
Yeah. So,
but you kind of look at this in terms of like a lease, in a sense. Like, say you're trying to sell your business, there is a time that you run out of what you can make as a business, and that time that lease is like 3 to 4 years right now for Panini. So they still have 3 to 4 years. So do you continue to run it until the wheels fall off, or do you basically sell now? Because you got to think that, and this is from business talk, you know, I want Panini to stay standalone, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the possibility. It's not with what's happening with the licensing. But so you've got your valuation of your business has to be going down as it gets closer to when these licenses run out.
It also depends on what the perceived value of Panini's IPs are. What their IP,
right.
like the Flawless and National Treasures and Prism and Optic and all those brands that we know and love.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say.
I mean, they can still make money and make products for 2-3 years. Where is their evaluation on that stuff? Is it because that? I mean, there's probably negotiate. There's probably been offers. They're like, let's face it. I mean, there probably has been talks already, and those talks haven't seen eye to eye. Probably because Panini is valuing their IP at more than what Fanatics believes it's worth.
Yeah,
and you're right. Like, there is a time clock to this where.
It's like a Dutch auction, and it's going down.
It is kind of the valuation, but again, the IP is worth a lot of money. Regardless if you're going to be able to make a product, the Panini brand that they've made in this market is worth a lot.
Right, and we're just talking about it. We're just talking about Flawless. We've talked about National Treasure. We talked about Prism last week. Those are brands.
The last month of releases, it feels like, have been all led by Panini brands and Panini products. Yeah.
Right. So you could be stubborn if you're Panini and just go and say, hey, we're keeping those brands. So then what's Fanatics play? They're going to have to basically create the same brands but call it something else, similar to a Inception Origin situation. Does that fly with collectors? Are you gonna be like, I think
it could, but I do think it takes a while. Like, Panini's brands didn't just work overnight.
Could you go National Treasures with a Z?
No, I don't think so. Is that a serious question?
It feels like you're like rebranding like National Treasures Extreme, spelled with an X or something.
Or could you call it like Extreme Treasure? I mean, like, could you
Extreme Treasures? Wow, thanks, Cody.
No, you can't, because it's not 2002 anymore. We don't do that anymore.
Let's come up with names. Let's hypothetically come up with names. What could you call Prism if you couldn't use a Prism name?
Prism, Starburst, like the candy.
Shiny boom.
Shiny. I was about to say shiny stuff. Yeah.
Shiny stuff.
You could just call it Mojo. It's great. I like the name.
Can you say Nat Treasures?
Nat Treasure.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just trying to think of it. Yeah. What could you do with Flawless?
I mean, you would have to you've had like that. People use manufacturers use chromium technology, chrome,
Fanatics
platinum,
chromium.
Like, you would have to I don't know, figure out.
Is there words that you cannot trademark, or if you've I know these.
I think it pertains to a category. Like, I can't make a Prism trading card, but I could make Prism whatever, like Prism bookmarks, as long as like it hasn't been done in that category yet.
Could they just come out with the Topps brands and go Definitive Football would be the new National Treasures, and then they could do Transcendent?
I mean, that's
they do Transcendent Football, but retool it so that it's more.
That's what they're going to have to do if they can't get the IP.
So yeah, it'll. I mean, they have Topps. They could Topps Chrome.
So they wouldn't lose much by going Topps Chrome over Prism, correct?
Yeah, it would just be Topps Chrome. I mean, that's the good thing. That's a good situation that Fanatics Topps is in, is that they already have established IP. So they can use Chrome, they can use Definitive, they can use Transcendent, they can use everything at their disposal.
Clearly authentic.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a finest.
So that's probably where the hiccup is that Topps Fanatics is using that as leverage to Panini, saying, hey, like, we're still going to be able to use what we own and be successful.
But
Of course, we would like your IP, but it has to financially make sense.
But that probably won't be enough because of the evaluation of the business, the amount of money they've spent. They need to have Definitive Football and National Treasures Football. They need to have. They're basically trying to make all the products that are out in the market because their valuation is based on all the products in the market. So if they only have, then they're going to have to create like the Treasures with a Z or something like that to act, because they won't just make Definitive and then call it a day.
I think out of the gate they can do that, and then slowly integrate new brands and new ideas into the fold, but still with the old known brands make money on those. Not like they take over the license and then there's 47 new SKUs and new releases that people have to like jump into and either like or the market's going to take to them. I think you release one here and then next year maybe you release another one. You just slowly integrate new brands into the fold.
There's a lot of smart people at Fanatics. I'm sure they'll figure it out, but like any new endeavor, there's going to be hiccups. And, we're heading into some potential maybe not so good rookie classes. So, which may be good to have hiccups during those and getting ready for like, I don't know, Bronny Jr. or whoever's going to come out that's going to be, the next big thing, and maybe wade through this time. But I think that Fanatics is feeling the pressure from all the people that are involved, all the people that invested to get those brands now. To be able to, and that's the thing is that Panini holds those exclusives for the next 3 or 4 years. I don't think they want to wait.
No, that's what I was going to say too.
You know what I mean?
Fanatics wants those. They want those IPs now.
Right.
They want to be able to make football and basketball cards now.
Right. They want to be able to, which is weird. They are selling Prism through their website. So if there's any kind of damaged relationship,
I don't know. There's a lot of things that probably get worked around that we don't know. This is all hypothetical. We don't have a seat at the table by any means. We're just saying there are a lot of what ifs.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about because we don't know what's going to happen. So all these possibilities and figure out what's going to happen.